Most people think cardio means suffering, running until you're out of breath, sweating like crazy, and waking up sore the next day. We've been told that to get fit, we have to push ourselves to the edge, that the harder it feels, the better it must be. But what if that's not true at all? What if the people with the strongest hearts and leanest bodies aren't the ones doing brutal workouts, but the ones who simply walk uphill? In today's video, I'll reveal how this one overlooked movement can completely change the way you think about cardio and why it works better than most high-intensity workouts. So make sure to watch till the end, because this simple habit could quietly transform your fitness, your energy, and even your life. Stronger heart and cardiovascular power. Every time you walk uphill, something powerful happens inside your body, something most people never notice. With each step, you're fighting against gravity. Your legs push harder, your lungs open wider, and your heart beats stronger to move blood upward. It's not about speed or intensity, it's about resistance. This gentle uphill challenge teaches your heart to adapt. It starts pumping blood more efficiently, sending oxygen faster, and recovering more quickly after every climb. Over time, your heart becomes stronger, not from punishment, but from steady progress. Studies show that even walking on a small incline, around 10 to 15%, can raise your heart rate almost as much as running, but without the pounding impact that damages your joints. That means you're training your heart just as effectively, but in a safer, more sustainable way. Each step builds a quiet endurance, strengthening not just your cardiovascular system, but your confidence too. It's one of the smartest ways to build real cardio fitness, not by racing against the clock, but by moving steadily against gravity itself, fixing weak cardio and building real endurance. At first, uphill walking feels hard. You breathe heavier, your legs burn, and gravity pulls you down. But something incredible is happening beneath the surface. With every climb, your heart, lungs, and muscles start working together more efficiently. Your heart pumps more blood per beat, your lungs draw in more oxygen, and your muscles learn to use that oxygen better. Slowly, what once felt tough starts to feel natural. The hill that left you gasping now feels easier. You can walk longer, recover faster, and even talk while moving. That's your body adapting, quietly, powerfully, and permanently. This is how real endurance is built, not through exhaustion, but through consistency. And the best part? That new stamina shows up everywhere. Climbing stairs, walking longer distances, even carrying groceries. Your energy lasts longer throughout the day. Walking uphill doesn't just build fitness, it rebuilds your endurance from the inside out. Posterior chain strength and hidden muscle growth. Here's the secret most people don't know. When you walk uphill, you're not just training your heart, you're building strength. Each step against gravity activates your glutes, hamstrings, calves, and lower back, your body's power foundation, also known as the posterior chain. These muscles keep you upright, balanced, and strong, but modern life weakens them. Hours of sitting shut them down. Uphill walking reverses that damage. Every push through your heel reawakens those muscles. Your glutes fire, your hamstrings engage, and your posture improves. You start feeling lighter, stronger, and more alive. And the best part, you're not lifting heavy weights or doing complex movements. You're just walking, but every step becomes a resistance training powered by gravity itself. The perfect fat burning zone. Most people believe fat burn happens only when you're gasping for air, sprinting, jumping, or pushing through pain, but that's a myth. Real, consistent fat loss comes from endurance, not exhaustion. And that's exactly what walking uphill gives you. When you move at a steady pace, your heart rate rises, but not too high. You enter the body's natural fat-burning zone, where you use stored fat as energy instead of sugar. You're not fighting your body, you're working with it. Instead of burning out after 20 minutes, you could go for an hour or more, because uphill walking builds endurance, not fatigue. That's why people who switch from running to incline walking often see better results. More energy, less joint pain, and steady fat loss. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what works and letting your body's natural systems take over. Better lung health and breathing efficiency. The first thing you notice when you walk uphill isn't your legs, it's your breathing. At first, it feels heavier and uncomfortable, but with time, your lungs adapt. Your body learns a stronger rhythm, deeper, steadier, and more efficient. Most people breathe shallowly all day without realizing it, but uphill walking forces your lungs to expand fully and your diaphragm to work properly again. Each deep inhale fuels your muscles and brain. Each exhale clears out toxins and tension. Over time, your breathing becomes calmer, your stamina improves, and your body starts to feel alive again. And this doesn't just help your workouts, it transforms your everyday life. You sleep better, think clearly, and recover faster. Your whole system runs smoother simply because it's finally getting the oxygen it's been missing. The mental transformation. At first, walking uphill feels like a physical challenge, but after a while, something deeper begins to change: your mind. Each step uphill teaches patience. Each push against gravity builds resilience. You learn to stay calm when things get hard, to keep moving even when it's uncomfortable. That slow, steady climb becomes a mirror for life itself, full of resistance, yet always leading upward if you don't give up. Over time, the voice that once said, "I can't," starts to fade. You stop fearing discomfort. You start embracing it as proof that you're growing. Because uphill walking isn't just physical training, it's mental reprogramming. It teaches discipline without punishment, strength without aggression, and progress without rush. And when you finally reach the top, even if it's just a small hill, you realize it was never about the climb. It was about who you became on the way up. Common mistakes to avoid. Now that you know how powerful incline walking is, it's important to avoid the mistakes that quietly destroy progress. The first mistake is going too hard, too fast. Most people jump on a 15% incline and burn out in minutes. Remember, this isn't about punishment. If you can't hold a conversation, slow down. The goal is steady progress, not exhaustion. The second mistake is holding the handrails. It might feel natural, but it ruins the benefits. When you hold on, your legs don't carry your full weight and your core switches off. If you need the rails, your incline or speed is too high. Lower it and walk tall. The third mistake is a lack of consistency. This is the silent killer. Incline walking works through repetition, not intensity. A few steady sessions each week will do more for your heart and endurance than one hard workout. Avoid these mistakes, and incline walking becomes more than a workout. It becomes a lifestyle. How to do it perfectly. Now that you understand the power of uphill walking, let's talk about how to do it the right way, so you get all the results without any pain or burnout. Start simple. You don't need a mountain, just a hill, treadmill, or gentle slope. Begin with a 5 to 8% incline at a pace where you can still talk but feel your heart working. That's your sweet spot. Keep your posture tall, shoulders relaxed, and arms swinging naturally. Don't lean forward or hold the rails. Let your core do its job. Start with 15 to 20 minutes. 3 to 4 times per week, and slowly build up to 30 to 45 minutes as you get stronger. Always finish with a few minutes of flat walking to cool down. Remember, it's not about speed, it's about consistency. Every steady climb trains your body to adapt, your heart to grow stronger, and your mind to stay calm. So if you've been chasing brutal workouts or punishing routines, maybe it's time to step back and step uphill. Because the secret to a stronger heart, leaner body, and calmer mind isn't found in pain, it's found in persistence. One step at a time, one climb at a time. That's how transformation really happens. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Because sometimes the smallest movement can create the biggest change.